Give it a couple minutes. We're gonna let this shit cook for a second. But if you're if you're taking time to do this, to sit down and talk about this shit, I'm trying to talk about CDC right now and how Mill Creek State Prison, which I have no experience personally with. I don't know anybody who's been to Mill Creek State Prison, but I have to discuss this because as a former incarcerated person in CDCR, the visiting rooms were a no-go zone. Like visiting rooms, you were peaceful in those motherfuckers. And I've never been, like I said, I've never been to Mill Creek, so I don't know what it's like to be at, we'll call it a sensitive needs yard. But how are women getting attacked at in conjugal visits? It's crazy. So that's the topic. Conjugal visits and just, or actually, no, it's visits in general. It's visits at CDC. How are visiting rooms all of a sudden okay zones to commit violence? Because they never should have been, period. The main reason why I'm doing this format of this shit instead of making a video about it is because I've been noticing that when I do lives, I get like a whole lot more people engage. And I understand that because people want to like ask questions back and they're not trying to send a message, and you know what I mean, they're not trying to comment and you know what I mean, wait for me to respond. So I'm gonna post it up here for a second and we can have a conversation. Because to me, like, it just doesn't make sense. If you're going to a visiting room, you should be safe. So for two women to be dead in CDC, especially at one prison in a month, is nuts. Mule Creek. How how is it possible that at a California Department of Corrections prison, people are being murdered that are civilians coming to visit? That's a no-go zone. I would love to hear some input, some comments. How is that possibly acceptable that when another human's family comes to visit them, or your own family. Like, I mean, I can't even contemplate how somebody would kill their own wife that's coming to a conjugal. That's fucking insane, bro. Like, you're doing life in prison, you got a conjugal visit, and you're mad enough to do something crazy like that. It's just sick. Like, where are we as a fucking population? Like, for real. Like, I mean, I've done some fucked up shit, for sure, for some money, but nothing else. Like, I'm trying to get money. Like, that's it. Like, period. If I do some criminality shit, it's for bread. It's that's it. Period. Like, there is never going to be a reason for me to commit crimes unless somebody was to harm my kid. Let's say that. Like if somebody harmed my kid, yeah. If somebody harmed my kid, I'm gonna do some shit. However, or my wife or something like that, or my mother. But that's not real life. Like, that's not gonna happen to regular people. So how is it that Mule Creek CDCR prison has had two visitors murdered, like, in the last fucking month? Like, that's unreal. Like, I recall a time when I think I sneezed. I think I sneezed in the visiting room, on a Wood's wife, like, or at least he perceived that I sneezed on his wife, and it was the biggest deal. Like, I accidentally spat on this man's wife, is how it was portrayed. No, blood. Like, I just sneezed. Like, and in his mind, at that table he was sitting at, I spat at him, and that became a very large issue. It was solved rather quickly, thank goodness. However, how is it possible for there to be just violence taking place against civilians? Like, the thing is about prison that I loved is like, and I can't speak for all prisons these days, but Gesundheit, I appreciate that shit. Yeah, for real. But like the thing I can't say about like all prisons, but I can say about the prisons that I was in, you treat every person around you more respectfully than you would, say, walking down the street. And the reason for that is that you know that person may be able to commit violence against you in a way that normal people wouldn't. And then because you realize after that, that's just the right thing to do. That you should treat people with this kind of respect. Like, you should always treat everybody with this kind of respect. And you learn to calibrate your danger meter to like a different octave, if that makes sense. And I don't know, I just feel like that danger meter has gotten uncalibrated, and we are all of a sudden believing that threats, or no, we, because I definitely was not in Mule Creek, but like humans, let's say, I've recalibrated that danger meter to a place that isn't healthy, or isn't normal. Like it's just not normal. Um, like it's just not. So like I was definitely a scared person, you know, like going to prison, I was terrified, especially as a Caucasian that had nothing but African American friends. I was terrified. But at the same time, if you have principles that you believe in your heart and soul, like to the core of yourself, that you're willing to die for, you're all right, because people see that and they respect it, and then all of a sudden shit flows downhill. However, at the same time, I just can't believe any man is a cellmate to somebody that says, "Hey, blood, I'm about to kill my wife when we got our conjugal, we got our, you know, our boneyard visit coming up. I'm about to choke that bitch." Man, what? Bam! What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Are you kidding? Like, what? Like, mm. And I guess it makes me even a bit more sad to see like that both of the accused in these situations are Africans, because I do know for a fact that the most kind of like outlandish behavior that I witnessed in CDC did not come from Africans. That's for sure. It did not. Um, and so for me to see like, you know, that this is kind of like what's going on right now, it feels like a narrative is being painted that isn't real. Or maybe is real. Maybe these, you know, maybe these two motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But I just feel like some shit's twisted. I feel like there's something that's been being portrayed to us backwards. Um, I would ask Hector, what's his name, Hector Bravo, but Hector and I, we don't see eye to eye at this moment, so I can't really send him a text at this second. But I do have Brett's cell phone number, so I could ask him what he thinks. But it's just like, are we as a human like race changing? Like, are we changing? Are we allowing things like to slip through the cracks pre-prison that are allowing this kind of shit to perpetuate? Like, is that possible? I don't know. Like, I just feel like, I mean, I have a son. My son's 8. He's gonna be 9 coming up here pretty soon. But I don't worry about his decision making in these kind of situations. Like, I don't worry that he'll make a weird decision around a female, because he's my son, and I've raised him and I've given him, you know, the game and the knowledge that I have, and I'm not somebody that would ever put myself in a situation where somebody else is being mistreated in that way. It's just not acceptable. We just don't do it. We just don't. We don't take advantage of women. We don't take advantage of nobody except somebody who needs to be taken advantage of because they're fucking loose, or they're doing something stupid, or they're trying to sell dope in the wrong spot, or whatever the case. Whatever the case. Um, it just frustrates me. I feel like this shines a bad light on people like myself. I've never had a conjugal visit in prison. I don't know what that's like, so I can't speak on that. But what I can speak on is I've also never put my, you know, my hands around a woman's neck like that. So it just seems like either our civilization is going downhill or something. I don't know. It's terrifying. Anyway, yeah, gazoon tight like a motherfucker. Yeah, I definitely did not mean to spit on dude and his wife. I didn't. I just sneezed. I was like, "Achoo," and that's it. But Yeah, no, it was like the first time my mom came and shit. She like got me fucking, I don't know what it was, like some Cheetos, some hot Cheetos, some shit. Anyway, regardless, I started sneezing. I chew the wood over here. He thought I was trying to sneeze or spit on him disrespectfully. Of course, that was not my intention for two different reasons. A, I'm not trying to start a big ass problem on this whole ass fucking 1,000-man yard. And number two, I'm not gonna spit on somebody. I'm just not. I don't spit on people. I just don't do that. Like, I'm not gonna spit on you. Like, there's no point. If I spit on you, you're gonna be asleep prior to that because I would have rather hit you. It just makes more sense, logically. Because I know if I spit on you, now your anger is up here and now you have time to prepare. And no, why would I do that? That's just stupid. Man, let's just get it over with. I mean, win or lose or draw, it's just whatever. Anyway, so yeah, back to this Mule Creek shit, man. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting. We don't harm women. We don't harm children. We protect women. We protect children. That's that. So anyway, it's 12:35 at night. I'm about to sign off. But I do appreciate the time that all y'all spent just tapping in. I know that every one of you guys has your own lives and shit, and if you're spending a minute tapping in here, then thank you. I do appreciate that. Y'all know, bull breeder. I mean, all that shit. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. I definitely appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to try to do more of these lives. I get a vibe that that's kind of the better way to tap in with all y'all. So, anyway, everybody be safe. Have a good night. Do not fucking go to Mule Creek. Don't go to Mule Creek.